Well, boys and ghouls. It is the weekend of January the 20th, 2023. Yes, boys and girls. This is a show where we're gonna build memes together. Where are your memes of destruction? That's where I'm wondering. Where are you, Mr. CCDV? I see we have CC Karaoke in the chat. And just joining us is Edge-a-Time. How are you, Edge-a-Time? The Peta Wannabe dropped by a little bit earlier. Since we really can't say no Jose anymore. What? We can't say that? Oh, they canceled that too. Son of a bitch! We need something that needs no thanks to Tom Hanks. Really? Tom Hanks is the one who canceled that? Well, you son of a bitch! What the fuck you doing, goddamn son of a bitch? Hey there, son of a red shirt. Good to see you, son of a red shirt. It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum. Jedi Bill's all out of bubblegum. How'd you know that, son of a red shirt? Yes, I'm all out of bubblegum. Send your pale Jedi Bill some kick-ass bubblegum in courtesy of the Insomniac Soup. Damn good to see you, my friends, Oh, well. I guess I'll be doing the show solo, so we'll just find something to do, shall we? So, last night we were doing trailers. One of the trailers I witnessed, and I don't know if it's true or fan made. Looks like there's another Spider-Man with um. Well, I saw two different trailers. One for Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. Don't know if that's true. If that's fan made. I also saw one for Spider-Man New Home. It's like Tom Holland, another Tom Holland Spider-Man. Thought he was honestly done with the role, but I guess they made a film. I don't know the logistics to the trailer that I seen. And they got another Scream movie coming out. They're so out of ideas from where the movies come from. They are virtually bankrupt. Yes. Hollywood those. So I got getting settled in here at my new place. It's kind of out in the desert. um I got cows and earlier today, before just as the sun was going down, there was a big ass bull. It was a bull. It had horns. Had the horns. It was like, but it was on the wrong side of the fence, and I'm like, holy shit, that's a big ass fucking bull. I'm like, oh shit, is he gonna come after me? Yeah, it's like, I even made noises at him. It didn't piss him off. He just kind of looked at me and went on his way. But he was a big ass black bull with horns, and he was giving me looks, and I was like, I give him a look back. I'm like, you don't want anyhow, this is a Jedi Bill's house, and you don't want to fuck with this. I've ate your kind many times before. Anyway, so he mosey on down and till he was out of sight. Yeah, yeah. Mr. CCTV was supposed to be here. Did I think I played both clips so well. It's Friday night and it's let's see, how many more days are here? There's next week, of course. So you got the weekend here. That's Saturday and Sunday. That's 2 days, and then 5 days after that, and then 3. Right. Yeah, so we got all next week. We got the weekend here. That leaves there's 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days left in the month. Hey, Lemon Pie, good to see ya. What's up, Lemon Pie? Well, I'm not too good at meme making. I don't know why. I needed to make some headway in the title. It's you always take a chance when you make titles up. I thought this was gonna be like a meme factory, but who's good at making memes? Let's see. What is there any news of the day? Edge of Time says, "Do or die with lemon pie." I don't know if that's a meme. It's a good phrase, though. That's for sure. Edge of Time, what's going on, my friend? It's supposed to be a really cold where I am for Arizona. Don't laugh. No, don't laugh. It gets cold in the winter here. Eagle Rider, what's going on?
Just trying to get some stuff finished up. I gotta go to a wedding. Gotta go to a family wedding tomorrow, so I've been trying to get some stuff finished up for that.
You gotta. That's an interesting color scheme we're in the room you're at.
It's my mom's house. Almost everything's mint greens in this house.
Is that mint green? It looks turquoise in a way.
It's a mint green. Sometimes it'll shine darker, sometimes lighter with the light. It changes constantly.
Looks like a blue, but
it's interesting with the camera's effects.
Yeah.
What you up to tonight?
Oh, not much.
Woohoo!
What?
Just seeing how much more I can still skyrocket my sub count. Try to get the algorithm to pick me up more often.
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes we grow, and as the channels grow, and sometimes some channels just stop growing for a while, and
Mhm.
I'm always worried. Unfortunately, I still have a healthy growth spurt going on here. So,
1374 as of tonight.
huh? Oh, you?
So, yeah, since the end of November, I've gone up well over 400 now.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's weird how it goes fast like that. No, I've been on an upward climb ever since last year of probably since last October. And anyway, it's just been a great ride. That's for sure.
It was so hard for a while, and with all the time I kept taking off for so long, I kept missing everything, and then by the time I'd get back in, nobody would be getting it notifications, and my channel was really struggling for a long time. And then, yeah, my animal shorts made the difference, and all the people who complain about shorts, I went from a dead channel to monetized in less than a month from them.
Yeah.
So it does whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Don't let anyone make you feel ashamed for doing what works for you.
I do say that shorts did help my growth because I did a lot of them in 2021.
I will also remind everybody here that they're adding the tab into everybody's accounts now. That you can actually send super chats on the. You can actually send super chats on shorts now.
I have to fix my audio for a second there.
How you doing, Cece?
Hello.
So that I can actually hear what's going on. There we go.
I'm trying to remember if I've met you.
I don't believe so.
I don't usually do most of the karaoke shows, honestly, because I have to be in the right mood to actually sing in front of people. Otherwise, I just do it quietly.
That's fair.
Yeah, you used to join Rambling Canucks.
I've been on yours off and on a few times. I've been on Canucks a few times. I've been on Anthony's multiple times, but it has to be the right mood and the right day.
That's fair. I get that. That's why I'm not on there every week. It's just got to fit the day sometimes, there's a lot. I got a lot of things I got going on. Trying to juggle them all,
I get that, actually. It's been fucking crazy. Well, Jedi knows I went through all this stuff, and I basically spent most of the last 2.5 years sporadic at best because of dealing with family and disasters and other shit and losses. And I'm right now helping take care of my mom through winter because she can't be alone, and we lost Dad last year. So, you're not leaving a disabled elderly woman in a house in the middle of the mountains with nobody here to shovel or help her or stuff in winter.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
That's not a good idea. No way, shape, or form is that a good idea. Yeah. So it gets interesting. I spent Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday rescuing my brother's dumbass. Long story. Oh,
that's what we do. We parents take care of us, and then we end up taking care of them.
With my brother, it ended. With my brother, it ended up 4 adults and a teenager, packing, cleaning, organizing, and moving his entire home, and getting them out of it in 2 days flat.
That's a lot of packing and unpacking.
I am exhausted beyond all fucking reason right now, and have been the last couple days. So, I'm having a little fun with things, and got to show off a little bit because I got the comics from one of my friends that he made for his starting comic.
Not from Squadron. That's
Hex Allen.
Yeah, Hex Allen.
He's a sweetie.
Right. No, he's really cool.
And I got everything. I got all the cards, all the bookmarks, everything from him.
Awesome.
And you were around when I was working on the colorist work on the pinups and stuff he drew for me and stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever spend the time to colorize them, I actually have drawings back at my house he sent me that he did of me as a pinup girl. So,
I gotta
finish those.
I noticed. I noticed you were You were on Loki's Late Show. How was that? This
Uh,
evening?
it's been great, honestly, and I got Mike to thank for that because he's been a huge fan of my channel, so that was kind of my
Oh,
entry
cool.
port to be able to get in there.
I still need to drag those
been
two
fun.
onto my channel, even if I have to be mean about it. I mean,
Sometimes you got a little pushing, I guess.
no, I do have to give credit. Actually, when I got monetized, my very first official super chat was Loki.
Really?
He came in to throw me the support, which was followed about 30 seconds later by one of my other friends, Matt G, going, "Damn it, I wanted to be the first," and then said he would.
He's great about
Mr.
that.
Grant. Mr. Grant Gregory was my first super chat. I remember that.
We had conversations a bit because, yeah, I still remember Loki and me bullshitting with the most foul jokes back and forth back when we used to hang out with Doom before we lost him.
Yeah.
We were vicious with our jokes when we do short attention span theater. It'd be like an hour and a half of just nasty, twisted, crude, insulting sexual jokes and stuff at each other's expenses. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh,
and
yeah,
wonderful.
I'm going to do a callback to the short attention span theater this Sunday night. So yep.
I still miss Doom like hell.
Oh, we do. He's another that left too soon.
Yeah.
Hey, another Star Wars YouTube channel, aka Games, Comics, Movies, or Us. Good to see you, my friend. He's over there on his channel. He's been playing, I believe, Force Unleashed. One or two is it? I think one of the Force Unleashed games. Pretty cool. Does a lot of gaming. Fortunately, he's had a problem with the monetization. I don't know why. He's mostly a gaming channel.
I think the whole reason I got monetized easy is because they didn't actually look at my content. I think they looked at my channel, saw the big native chick, busty native cat chick riding an eagle as the banner, saw all the nature videos and just assumed I was like this pacifistic, sweet little nature girl and just left it alone.
Well, you have it takes work. It does take work. If you had the hours and the watch time,
I've noticed, Jedi, YouTube is treating you like an evergreen channel. I mean, it's like, and you deserve all of it. But I've been looking at your Social Blade statistics, and it's like you are going to just keep rising at this point.
Because I hope that's kind of the plan.
Maybe it was by accident or otherwise, but you seem to have tripped into this evergreen part of the algorithm where people are coming back to watching your old watch party videos, right?
Yeah.
And I know it's one of those things where you have to be there at the moment it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But they're coming in and they're saying, "Oh, hey, this is cool. I want to do this in the future," and they're subscribing to you, right?
Yeah.
And it's this feedback loop that's why you have this consistent growth curve. Yeah. And not everyone gets that lucky, so.
I don't know, but I enjoyed doing it, and
yeah,
I've been telling them, hey, if you're not catching this live, I'm sorry, you'll have to watch your own copy. It's like, I've been thinking of trying to come up with new ideas to make videos and maybe do retrospectives of these great films. Because westerns is a very popular genre of film, and I'm just trying to share the great ones and the best ones, and people love that nostalgia, and it's a callback to their youth.
Well, it's whatever thing works for you, where you have the personality and the heart to have your heart and soul in what you're doing. Because if you try to fit into somebody else's bubble, whether it's more popular or not, you're going to come off insincere, and people aren't going to like you as much.
No, it's true. You got to love what you do, and you got to put your heart into it. it also helps when you hit a kind of area that hasn't been totally saturated. And I'm not sure there's a whole lot of stuff that's exactly like what you're doing.
It's the same way with, yes, there's a lot of nature videos, but when you add somebody you got all the mental health stuff I work with, you got all the nerd culture stuff I work with, and then you have all the art streams combined with all the nature chick and photography stuff. It makes this weird kind of niche market that's multiple things at once. And that's, I think, where I actually get people. Is that it's not just another channel that does it like everyone else.
Yeah, that's fair. There's a van lifer called Foresty Forest, who is quite a bit more successful, in that sense. And he shares himself, man. Like people, a friend of mine was saying, you gotta talk about things that people connect with emotionally, and that hit me because I was like, you know what, that's a really good point. People want to connect with you emotionally about your life, and
tried so hard to take everyone's advice and to listen to all the, well, you're not gonna grow if you don't do this. You're not gonna grow if you don't do this. Well, don't post the videos if they don't look perfect. All this shit that every fucking well-meaning large channel tried to tell me to do, and none of that worked for me. And I ended up throwing out almost everything I made because I have nerve damage. I have developing Parkinson's. I have seizure damage in my nervous system, and every video I had would have some tick, some twitch, some spasm or tremor in the image at some point or something, and I'd end up throwing it out. And I was getting nowhere, and I was spending almost all day making maybe one video a month because I couldn't ever get them finished without having some issue. And all I did was stop worrying so much, start sharing the little home videos and pictures I clip of animals while I'm out working, and it changed. All I did was stop worrying so much about trying to get people involved in panels and get them to do shows with me. That I had passion for the shows, but they didn't, and it didn't work trying to bring everyone else to me. And said, oh, fuck that, I'll just do art streams, and if people want to come on, then we can discuss crazy shit while I do the art. And it works better for me.
I was thinking about that lately, and I kind of dabbled. I wrote a community post, and I kind of skirted on it a bit. But
I ran back.
It's like, if you're trying to put together a thing with other people, it's like putting together a band. I mean, it's like, it's not easy, and sometimes having all the preparation on your end.
Hey, dork. Hello, whale penis. I mean,
dork. Yeah, man. So sometimes putting in the preparation and the work on your end so that you are confident that you can lead a thing, carries you a long way. And when everyone else can kind of.
I was never gonna make it. Yes, we can tonight.
Yes.
You're doing better than you were on my last stream where you took a while to get your sound to work.
Sorry. Yeah, I rewatched that. If I could pay you to take that down, I would. I think I was a little fucked up on your stream the other night, but it's all
I
right.
don't take anything down. Look, there are streams that people could actually find. Okay, the only stream I actually took down was the one where I had a bad reaction to my medicine and actually blacked out for a half hour, and apparently was head down on the desk and still talking in my sleep from the reaction to my meds. And the guys were intentionally saying stuff in my ears to get me to say really perverse, sick, sexual shit the entire time.
That's funny. So, I do a lot of pop culture minefield. Am I too loud? I feel like I'm too loud.
You're good.
You're fine.
Good. So Keith, who's on Pop Culture Minefield, like he's the co-host of Pop Culture Minefield.
Mm-hmm.
There have been several times, bless his heart, where he's actually fallen asleep on camera, and Gary will he'll turn the camera off, but he'll let the sound go on, and you'll hear like. In the background, it's hilarious.
If Bill remembers that time, I tried to pass out on his several times in that era too when I was having the issues with my meds.
It happens.
I've taken streams offline for stuff like that where I'm just like,
No, I was hitting the bong a little too hard, I think, on your last show, Eagle Rider, because I went back to watch it. And I was because I've been working on my channel and adding when I guest on people's stuff, making playlists and stuff. and I was going to do it with yours, but I was like, I kind of hope nobody sees that.
You're like, what window was I looking that night? I mean,
yeah. Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's all it's my fault, not yours.
So, I mean, some days I'm great, and some days I'm fine, and I'm on the ball, and people are flowing, and chat's enjoying it. And some days I sit down and I break down bawling if I even try to read one of my poems or do one of my little stories.
Ooh, I have a bunch of poems I can share with you, and I made a poem website for. Hey, I want to go on a little rant, if I may.
Well, one sec, since you said a lot of poems, so this is just through the basically end of September through December here was this book.
Oh, okay. Hey, man.
So
again, your dick is bigger than mine. It's okay. So
no, but my tits are bigger than the. I mean,
I don't know about that. Mine are pretty damn big. It's aggravating. Look at this shit. Look at that. You see that?
Look.
It's a handful. That's too much.
No. When you can do
No,
this,
no,
open palm, open palm. You put underneath, and
Don't.
the thumb even goes underneath too.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so my son. So I have T-Mobile internet. Okay, at home.
Okay.
And I love it. I've been raving about it. Works great. So my son, ever since I switched, he hasn't been able to, no pun intended, he hasn't been able to play his Switch online with his friends because I have to be able to go into the router and change some settings and port forwarding and stuff.
Oh yes.
And this router doesn't allow it. So I call up T-Mobile and I'm like, hey man, I've been with you guys 10 years. I'm always raving about your, because I get like over 300 down and over 30 up, and it's like it's a cell phone, and I'm paying $30 a month. I used to pay 150 to Cox. I mean, I love it. I can't complain. However, I call them up and they're like, oh yeah, the router you have you can't go into those advanced settings, so we'll send you a different router. So I get super excited today. I get the router. I open it up. It's the same fucking router I already have.
No.
You idiots. So now I have to deal with sending this back, getting another one. It's just, but
I did work at a call center once. I gotta be honest, getting paid minimum wage, and within the context of all the rules, like there was a real, I don't know if the call place you were talking to was the same, but there was a real vibe. Like we were just playing hacky sack one night.
dude,
and every time a call came in, we were like, "I'm sorry, you've reached the wrong department. Let me transfer you."
So hey,
back
look,
to
I'm not
hacky
gonna,
sack."
I'm not gonna get even mad at you. I used to be when I lived in North Carolina. This was long time ago. My son was.
Many
He's 24
moons
now.
ago.
He might have been 3. So this is 19, 20, 21 years ago, something like that. We'll just say 20. Roughly 20 years ago. I was the office manager.
When I was in college, okay.
Okay. I was the office manager for a call center. And we used to do like fun games. Like, hey man, try to fit in polka dot panties in your next call. And dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? So we did that kind of thing, but we never like we never were like, oh yeah, you got the wrong number. I mean, like we always wanted to like take care of them, but we tried to make it fun.
That.
You know what I mean? We tried to make it fun.
I didn't do call centers. I did sales and retail and all that, and food service and management though. And there were days you really felt like I want to inspire people. I want to do good sales. I want to make people happy. There were days you're like sitting there going, how can I help you? While your brain's going, fuck off, you stupid customer. I don't fucking care about you in your head.
I mean, look, there was some of my favorite calls were the ones where people just wanted to talk about life for an hour, and I'm like, well, I can't hang up on you because it is my job.
You would like calls from my mother because she never shuts up.
So,
yeah.
dude, so I had this really cool idea for a television show once while I was working, and I should have done it because I still haven't seen it. When and anybody who's more creative and has more time, feel free to steal the idea. But when I was working at this call center as the manager, I thought like, man, this would be a really funny anthology series because you could have a different like special guest every week, and like you could do funny shit like say Julia Roberts is in the bathroom taking a shit, and then like her phone rings and she has to go through all this trouble to get to the phone because she's expecting an important call from her agent, and then she gets it and it's a telemarketer. You know what I mean? Like little things like I think that would be such a funny ass show. But nobody's done
I've done it
anything
with,
like
the-
that.
with I've done it with the scammers before.
Yeah.
Where they call and one time this guy was like, because he quickly caught on, but he didn't make the "your mom" joke. He was like, "Well, how can I help you?" And then I started just like talking to him in a real way, and he started talking about his life. He's like, I'm a really bad person, right? And I'm like, yeah, all right. And he started,
We're all
talking about how
capable
things
of
are
good
in
and
his
bad,
country and
you know,
what he's
like-
allowed to do and what he's not allowed to do, and how he's kind of addicted to money and how he kind of like to just abandon it all and live in an RV like I do, but they would arrest him if he did it in his country and stuff like that. And it was
No, I lived. My son and I for just a summer lived in an RV, and it was glorious. It was amazing. I was in Texas, and we just traveled all over, and I had a hot spot, and I could still do my work. And we rode horses. We went to different lakes and hot springs and in Galveston Beach, and like it was the most glorious summer of my life, man.
Cool.
What? Good night, baby. Say hi. Come say hi. You guys want to see my smoking hot fiance? Come here, baby. Come on. Don't be shy.
Oh,
I know you're in your
That'll be-
PJs.
yeah.
Don't be shy. Come here. Come here. Come here.
My beanie.
This is
Hello.
Cece. Say hi.
Hi.
everybody.
Oh, this is the karaoke stuff.
Well, we're not doing
Hello.
karaoke. They're just
Yeah,
doing.
nope.
It's like just.
just a talk
Well,
show.
good night.
Yeah. All
I
right.
gotta go.
Good night, baby. Love you. I know. My buddy Mike, Salty Trekker, I do a show with him every Thursday. He says I'm punching above my weight class with her, so whatever.
He might be right.
Dick.
Sorry.
It's all good. No, it's she'll.
I'm
hey,
not sure there's any such thing really.
She'll love
I
that.
mean, it's just it just depends how stubborn you are.
Well, dude,
Well, let's look at it this
see
way.
my
When I
fat
was-
ass. Did you see that hot, skinny ass
when,
Latina?
when I was in college, before I gained the weight from the prednisone and the metabolic issues, I was this chest and my rear with a very skinny body behind it. And I was young, and I had almost every guy in college chasing me, and I ended up with my nerdy little husband.
I will say, I do miss titties. I will say that. I miss titties. But the joke is, because we live in Vegas, whenever we go out, because we had date night tonight. We just got home a little bit ago. And inadvertently, we always end up gambling because, it's Vegas. Everywhere you go, there's gambling. And our ongoing joke is, if we ever hit, she's getting tits. And she made the joke, not me. So I'm not.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I love you.
We heard that.
Hey, I'm an open book, baby. I'm sorry.
But I
No,
was
he
saying
really
because-
loves you just the way you are.
I was saying because I was that girl in college. I was in wrestling. I was in volleyball. I was all this stuff. And I was the nerd girl on top of that. So a lot of the guys wanted the nerd side of me anyways. You imagine the nerd tables. But I mean,
Oh yeah, Jackson.
I had all the guys chasing me. I ended up with the little nerd boy. And as soon as we ended up together, all these guys that were hitting on me constantly, that were friends of ours, every time they were around, he's like holding on and rubbing on me and smiling at him. It's like, oh my God.
Do you know what's fucked up? It's kind of different for guys. So let's say you're a dude and you're married. You got your wedding ring on. You go to the bar. You're doing your own thing. You're just trying to unwind after a hard day at work. Have a drink and then go home. Right? You get that I'm telling you, because I've been married a few times, and divorced. I'm still.
Let's see if
waiting
you
on
can
her.
not fuck this one up. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, no, keep this.
Anyway, no, but
Sorry.
I never got it. Whenever I'd be at the bar, same scenario. Get off work, go to the bar, have a drink. No wedding ring. I'd get left alone. I'd be fine. Everything would be good. Wearing a wedding ring, I'm getting chatted up by 2 or 3 different chicks. I think women are evil, man. I think inherently. they're
Okay,
evil.
okay. Before you say that's just women thing, Why have I had so many men hit on me in front of my husband?
I don't know. Does he look like a cuck?
Well,
I have no idea. I don't know your
No.
husband. I mean,
No,
I-
he doesn't. He
I-
isn't. He is an engineer and a nerd, but he does not have a weak-willed, wimpy behavior
well, those are
in his
just.
body.
I don't know, man. Those are. I can't relate to those. Are just maybe they were jocks in high school, entitled assholes. I have no idea. Like I've never
Well,
had
to be
this.
fair,
This
until
is,
my husband, that is what I dated, was the good-looking assholes and scuzzballs and the suave, debonair pieces of shit. You know.
Yeah. So, hey, man, I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other, Mr. Jedi Bill
Yes.
797. However, last time I joined one of these Insomniac soups, it
Uh-huh.
did end with a little karaoke. Is that in the cards tonight, or I mean, I'm going to stick around either way. I'm just asking.
It may be.
Maybe.
I-
Okay.
If the audience wants it and the people here on the panel want it.
Oh
sure.
yeah. If all
I don't know if I have it
watching
in
us-
me
Yeah. Okay. that's
today.
fine.
It would.
I have it
Billy
in me.
asked for some songs.
that-
and
whoa, that sounded dirty, and I meant- I meant what I
obliged
meant with-
her. So,
I believe in you is what I meant. Sorry. Anyway. So is that Cece, is that that's an RV you're in?
that is, yeah.
Dude, so I'm guessing this is toward the back. Is this the back of the RV? 'Cause remember, I had one too, so I'm trying to figure this out. 'Cause
No,
I
it's
see-
actually the middle.
Really?
I'm sitting on the middle slide, and
Okay.
across from me, over where you can't see on the other side.
Is that the
there will be,
kitchen?
Yeah, the kitchen,
Okay.
and
yeah.
then
So do you have? Are
towards
you,
the cam-
you got one of those where you got in the very back is a bedroom, and then above
That
the
is correct.
drivers is another bed. Is that how yours is? That's how mine was.
let's see if I can. Bedroom.
Bedroom. Okay, and then the other way, do you have like a little bed above the driver and passenger seats?
No, this is a Class A.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
got
So
the,
so
it's
mine
got the
was
engine up front. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mine was like this, except it also had another bed above the passenger and driver seat, which was
yeah,
cool.
I
'Cause,
like
so
those too.
I took my kid. This was Star Wars Celebration 3, so that was right before Episode 3 came out. So that's how long ago it was. My son's 24, so we went to and it was in Indianapolis, and we were in Texas. We drove the RV all the way there, and yeah, man. So he got the bunk above me, and then I got the big bedroom. Because sometimes. When you're a single parent and you play that card and you go to a nerdy convention, sometimes you need the privacy of your own bedroom, even if it's an RV. You know what I mean?
No, hey, I mean, to be honest, I would be a single parent if I could actually choose, because there's a whole lot less involved there in that sense. Other
Well,
than the
my
finances.
first only reason I got him was my first ex-wife. We were high school sweethearts, and we got married, and then a year later we had the kid. But we were in we were in Kansas, and she was born and raised in North Carolina, and she was literally born in the house that she was living in when we got married, and she moved out because her mom was one of those weird hippies. She was born in like a swimming pool inside the house, underwater thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like one of those things, like a little inflatable pool in the house. And so she was going through some really crazy, I miss my family type shit. So she left me and our son and just went back home. And then I finished, because I was a freshman in college when this happened. And so then I finished my school year, took me and the boy out to North Carolina, tried to make it work. In the period of time we weren't together, she got hooked on meth, which was a big problem in North Carolina in the late 90s.
I'm sorry about that.
And, well, I'm not, as fucked up as that sounds, because that's the only reason I got my kid, because she went to rehab.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And then,
fair enough.
and I had him until I got remarried. Well, I mean, I've had him his whole life, but I was a single parent until I got remarried to my second wife. And it
Have
was
some junk.
As bad as people could take that, I actually kind of understand that because men get screwed over, even if they're the
Oh,
most
hell
stable
yeah,
home. They
dude.
do
I'd
not
have
get their kids when they deserve them, and it's absolutely bullshit what men go through to try to be fathers. and
dude,
get
I don't even
their
want to talk
kids.
about my oldest daughter. So in between marriages, I had one night, like I was visiting my mom on vacation. I've told this story on another podcast. Had a one night stand. You know, I went to the bar. You know, I've been known to be charming. You know, this girl took me home. We did the deed. I fly back to Texas. I get a phone call like 6 months later. She's like, "Hey, is this Danny?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Hey, this is Amanda." I'm like, "Amanda who?" Like she's like, "Oh, we met at the bar in High Point on Main Street, blah blah." And like I was like, "Oh my God, you're pregnant." And she was like, "How did you know?" And I was like, "Why the fuck else would you be calling me?" It's like we haven't talked in forever. You know what I mean? It was just like one night. How'd you get my number? Type of thing. It was like, but yeah. So I've seen her. She's 8. She's about to be 19, and I've seen her 3 times in my life, and I paid child support the entire time. So
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
See, that's that.
see,
that
I've been
should
on
not
both
be
ends of the
happening.
spectrum. I've been on both ends of the spectrum. You know what I mean? Where I got the kid, and then I didn't.
I'll take a position on that. If you're going to pay, then you should be involved. If you're not going to pay, then don't be involved.
So here's the thing.
you know-
A lot of people don't know this. Divorces and custody orders, those are what are called civil matters. So they're civil suits or civil orders, right? So if you move out of state, like a Texas civil order is not enforceable in North Carolina or any other state, but in this example, North
Yeah, you got
Carolina.
that thing in the United States, right? Where like every state is its own independent
Yes.
entity, right? Yeah.
Or you're not in the United States?
I'm in Canada.
Oh, you're in Canada. You lucky.
Under our great leader, Justin
Yeah.
Trudeau.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Oh,
bite
thank
my
you.
tongue.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. So, anyways, the only thing, because of some law that was passed in the 70s, a federal law, the only thing that's enforceable from a civil order when it comes to parents or custody or divorce is the child support. And I think that's fucked up. I think, look,
Yeah.
no. I'm not that. Fine. Let the child support be federally enforceable. But you know what? Also make the visitation federally enforceable.
Exactly.
It is
Yeah.
not fair. It's not fair.
I have a context for this.
Okay.
My brother has had custody of his daughter since she was 3. She is 16 now.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know she existed until that age because she was kept from him, and the ex that she was with was this psychotic, abusive, sexually abusive piece of shit. And I mean,
Tell us how you really feel.
oh no, I can't say real feel, or I'd get billed struck off YouTube. Anyway, and this woman did all kinds of crap. They stuck her in a foster home when they knew who the father was, instead of telling him that he had a kid. And it took
That's
time
even
for him
worse.
to find
Thankfully,
that out.
my kids didn't have to go through.
It took him finding that out. She's been through shit between the mother and the foster care that she still has memories of.
Are
And
you,
it just is.
Eagle Rider, I just noticed. Are you okay? Do you self-harm?
I got hot hives from something. I reacted. So
You promise? Because I've seen that before. You don't.
it is a combination of hives and the fact that I have cystic condition, so I get little bobbles and bumps all the time.
Okay. No, because I've seen that before with people who self-harm. That's the only reason I asked.
I used to, but it was not burning; it was cutting, so it was a different mark. That was a long time ago.
Okay.
So, but
Sorry.
no, I mean, with this whole situation, he got screwed over really. As soon as he knew he had the kid, he went and got her. He took care of her.
I
Everything.
get it, man. I dropped
took
over
him
30
almost
grand.
10 years to get them to quit trying to take child support for him when he had full custody.
Yeah, I can't say that, but so the daughter I was talking about, I spent over 30 grand trying to ensure my custodial rights so I could at least see her a few times a year. And that bitch Amanda let me spend all that money, and then as soon as it was done, She moved to a different state, and I couldn't do a damn thing about it. I actually literally flew out to North Carolina with my, our custody papers in hand, go to the sheriff's station, try to get them to help me enforce it, and they literally laughed at me. They were like, "It's North Carolina, man. That's a Texas civil order. We're not doing shit for you." Like,
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was
I don't
terrible.
know if I should get into my own history, but I spent that much once
yeah.
on someone who, in my opinion, could not take care of themselves. I'll put it that way. They
And the-
would not have. They would not have made it otherwise.
You know what sucks the most is, so like I said, she's going to be 19 next month, and because I've only seen her 3 times in her whole life, she doesn't know that I tried so hard. She doesn't know that I wanted to be like. She believes the narrative of her mother and her grandmother
know
that I was a
too
piece
many
of
men.
shit. So she
I know
thinks I'm
too
a
many
piece
men
of
who were
shit.
never even told. I know too many men who were never even told they had children. And I'm sorry, I find that absolutely morally repugnant. They have as much right to know their child is out there and be a part of their life as the mother does.
Well, yeah, especially if it's like 15, 18 years later, and then you come after him after 18
no,
years, and
dude,
the
it
poor
gets
guy didn't even know.
It gets even worse. So like I said, she called me when she was pregnant because she was like, "Hey," and I didn't know this, and I would not have done this. She was like, "Hey, I'm pregnant," and it was either you or my boyfriend. And I was like, "Whoa, you have a boyfriend?" She was like, "Yeah, but you were so charming and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Okay, do me a favor, do us both a favor. Don't tell him about me. Just say it's his kid. He'll never know. Blah blah blah." I know that sounds shitty, but that's like her life would have been a lot better. So she's like, "No, I can't do that. I need to know the truth." So I consent, and I do a parental test thing, and it's mine. And so she breaks the news to her boyfriend, and surprise, surprise, he leaves her, like, because I would too. And he leaves her, and so she gets really bitter, and immediately sues me for child support because we don't know each other. We met like one night at a bar, while I was on vacation, type of thing. And so she wins.
Why she wanted the test?
Yeah. So, yeah. Right. So I'm paying I pay the child support and everything, and which I have no choice because when you once you get the states involved, they just take that shit from you. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, they just take it. And she so I was like, well, look, so she only let me see her a couple times. So I got to take her to so I came out there once. She let me take her to Carowinds, which is like a theme park thing in North Carolina. And then she let me fly her out to Vegas, which was a huge deal because she was afraid I was going to keep her, which, whatever. We had a good time. And then I went back out there again for another visit. And then after that, we got into this fight. And she was like, "Look, I don't think you should be a part of her life anymore. I want you to sign your rights away." And I wouldn't do it. So we go through a year of this battle, and I'm finally like, I give up. And I'm like, fine, I'll sign my rights away. So I do all the paperwork she asked me to do, go to the court, and then when they let her know, I swear to God, when they let her know in court, if he signs his rights away, you will no longer get child support. She withdraws her claim. How fucked up is that? How much clearer can it be? It's just about the money at that point. I don't know.
So once that happened, did you not have the right to sign your rights away, or did you?
Oh
keep
no,
your
no,
rights?
you can't. I mean, first of all, I don't know. I didn't really research it because I'm not a piece of shit. I mean, at least I like to think I'm not.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I wouldn't sign mine away either. But I'm wondering if
she.
you had the
So, like I said, after about a year, she wore me down. We go to court. I say I'm willing to do this. And then when they're going over, explaining to her what all that entails, when they get to the part where, and you can no longer get child support from him, she withdrew the suit. And I was just like...
You said she's 18, 19 now, so, you have
my daughter, yeah, she's going to be 19 in 29 days. as a matter of fact. Yeah.
I feel like the only thing you can do at that point is present all the evidence that you did the best you could and were inhibited.
And that's the thing. I haven't got to talk to my daughter in a couple years because she got so pissed off at me.
Okay, that's difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not my fault because I'm not there to control the narrative or at least give my point of view. Like she's getting all this, she's being fed that I'm a piece of shit that doesn't care. It's like she probably has no idea. I dropped tens of thousands of dollars trying to secure my parental rights just to be able to see her. You know what I mean?
It is also harder to get child support acts against women for even if you have custody. It is hard. Tell me why. In pretty much every state, A, if you're a single mother, you can get up to 10 times more assistance than a single father. B,
Dude, no, you're preaching to the choir. Yeah.
B, why the fuck is it that if the parents have split custody where they both have the kids 6 months of the year, the father still has to pay child support?
Well, funny story. That's not always true. So my
It's
second
often true, though.
It is. So my second ex-wife and I, we had 2 kids. And when we got our divorce, she kept our daughter and I kept our son. And we agreed that there would be no child support. But the lawyer was like, well, hey, due to state laws, like, here's how it works. You take your income, her income, add it together. There's a percentage, and whoever makes more has to pay that percentage to the other. And my wife at the time, or, you know, my second ex-wife, was making more money than me. And so they were going to have her pay child support. So when she found that out, she was like, well, then you can't have them. And so I was like, can I waive my rights to child support? And they were like, yeah, but it's like kind of a forever thing. I was like, all right, that's cool. So I had to waive my rights to child support.
And that is, I will give your state credit for that because that's not the case in most states, unfortunately.
No, this is Nevada.
Don't have that.
You know, and Nevada is famous for like, you know, impromptu weddings and out of wedlock babies and shit like that. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I get that. Trust me, and I've had enough family that's lived in Vegas. I get that. But no, I mean, it in most states, it doesn't matter who makes more money. It doesn't matter if they're splitting custody. It doesn't matter any of this. Somehow, the father still usually ends up paying child support, even if he has custody over half of the year. And that's absolutely bullshit.
No, it is. But again, the way most states do that is they take the income that the father makes, the income that the mother makes. They add
That's
it
not
together.
most states yet. That's not most states yet.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, okay.
That is, I'm giving Nevada credit for that because that's
Texas
not
and
most
Nevada
states.
were like that because I mean, my only experience in going through this was Texas and Nevada, and it was the exact same.
What I rant about this
Texas is
'cause
forward.
What?
I have been dealing with victims, abuse victims, sex crime victims, families, and stuff like that in the inner city outreach for the better part of 2 decades. And I've dealt with people who have moved and dealt with cases involving all these different states and lawyers from different states. And I've known so many guys who've been absolutely screwed over and had no recourse, no assistance,
It's
everything.
bullshit.
And it's ridiculous.
If you're gonna fucking federally enforce child support, federally enforce visitation,
Then it needs to be federally enforced visitation, and then the child support laws need to be a federal law, not a state law, if they're enforced by federal government.
They do, but they're not, and it's really like I would never be a politician.
And I know that I'm not popular with a lot of people in my gender because I'm really strong on all this shit. Why is it we have thousands of shelters for battered women, for battered spouses, for sex crimes victims that are women, and we have less than 10 shelters for men now, and it was only one about 6 years ago.
Do you know Fat Steven Seagal on YouTube?
Yes, very well.
So he and I are going to do a show because he and I have both been multiple times. He and I have both been victims of domestic abuse.
Yeah, I know some of his story. He's actually said some of it publicly on my show before.
No, we want. He and I are going to do. We're talking about it earlier today. We're going to do a show, and what got us all heated about it was the Amanda Heard, Johnny Depp thing. Because when we were covering that, I revealed some stuff to him. And then he was like, holy shit, dude. And he revealed some stuff to me. And then I was like, dude, we should do a show. And he's like, fuck yeah, I'm down. Because there's not enough, because here's the thing, man. I'm a big wrestling fan. I watch wrestling, right? So, for example, right now, Rhea Ripley is, obviously a woman. and she gets into these men's faces and like dares them to hit her, and she'll beat their ass and they won't touch her. You know what I mean? And like that's
That's
a
so
thing.
stupid.
No, I get it, but that's a thing in real life.
It
because
is.
I got
Because-
my arm, dude. I got my arm broke by my second
The
ex-wife.
thing is that
I got my leg
men
broke.
are
by
told never to hit the woman. They're told
Yeah.
to take it, and it doesn't matter what the woman do. I know cases where this teenage boy literally watched his mother beat his father to death with a freaking frying pan, and she got custody of the kid back a few months later when she got out of jail.
Dude, that's fucking insane to
traumatized.
me. That's insane to me, right? Like, I don't know. No, this is the thing. I really hope Steve and I actually do this show. We've been
I
talking
have no
about
idea
it
what
for-
he's thinking. He's sitting there grinning most of the way as we're ranting. I don't know what he's thinking.
Well, he's muted, so.
I'm always a little paranoid about background noise invading the stream, so I keep myself muted when I'm not talking. Got some space heaters in here. You know.
I
But,
get. I
I'm
get
not,
that.
if you do that show, I'm totally down for watching it. This sounds like
I
it
mean,
sounds.
well,
look,
hey, man,
I'm
anybody-
not popular with my gender, but I stand with men on this. When it comes to parental rights, family court laws, divorce
No,
laws,
fuck being on
dealing
one
with
side or the other.
abuse
Just
and
be
stuff
on
like
the
that,
right side.
yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying
sometimes
is-
it's best for the women.
Let me finish real quick.
Sorry.
Let me finish real quick. When it comes to all of these things, while there are cases where women get the short end, the majority of the time, the courts will automatically protect the women over the men, even when they're at fault. And
Dude,
there has to be a change in this.
100%. I will not. I cannot say this enough. If my first ex-wife wasn't a meth addict, I would not have got my son. And if my second ex-wife wasn't super cool, I would not have got my son. So like
That comment right there, Daniel, though, is actually part of the attitude.
what do you
Because
mean?
men aren't supposed to fight back, but if they don't fight back, they get beaten, and then people say things like that.
Yeah, but you can't fight back, dude. Oh no, because here's the narrative.
Yeah, we're
let's say
not.
let's say my first ex-wife when she. So here's how it happened. So we got into an
That's
argument.
I kick the shit out of a lot of men.
And she, I mean, I bet you could. Anyways, so we got into an argument. We were in the hallway. She comes at me with a mag light. I put my hand up because she was like gonna crack me in the skull. I put my hand up like this. She breaks this arm with the mag light, and then I fall over, and then of course she's all immediately like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," and like we like go through the whole thing. And I actually literally tell the truth to the ambulance people. Do you think the cops were called? Do you think anything happened at all? Do you
No.
think anything happened? No. How
I-
reverse those roles? Reverse those roles. My ass
yeah.
would have been in jail. You know what I mean?
I have-
Maybe
a
keep the one you
story
got now.
That is, I have a story
yeah,
that is the
yeah.
absolute epitome of this. Now, I have an uncle who was very much, he was a Vietnam vet, he was in the military, all this stuff, and he was taught for years the attitude, the man never strikes a woman no matter what she does, is if the woman hits you, just take it, she's just a woman shit.
Well, that's
All
what
this-
I was. That was
Nobody
what I was
knew.
raised on.
One sec. Yeah, so nobody knew for 30 years that he was a battered spouse and what his wife was like because he never said a word. He never reported it. He never defended himself.
That's how men are
Nobody
raised.
knew. Nobody knew until she tried to stab him to death in his sleep.
Eagle Rider. That's how men are raised.
I
Do you
know
not get
that. I
Okay.
know that, but my point I'm getting at, she tried to stab him to death in his sleep for not taking the abuse the day before. And when the police and EMTs got there, they jumped on his ass for injuring her wrist while fighting her off.
So, dude, my Uncle Jay just turned 60 the other day. Love you, Uncle Jay. Not that he'll ever watch this. His first wife stabbed him 12 times in the back. It's a miracle he lived. They weren't married. He married her after that. Can you believe that?
I wish I would say no, but considering how many times I went back to my ex while he was abusing me, I can't.
Dude,
say
like
much. I mean,
I give my Uncle Jay shit to this day. I talked to him like a week ago on his birthday. And like they've been separated for probably 20 years at least. Or, divorced or whatever. To this day, I give him shit.
Damn.
I was like, what kind of I know this sounds terrible, but he's my uncle, so I can say shit like this now. It's like, what kind of a fucking moron marries a woman that stabs him 12 times after the fact? You know what I mean? It's like,
you realize there was a case in fucking China where the woman literally cut off the guy's manhood with scissors, and he went back to her and after having it reattached, and she did it again.
I never heard of this.
Ouch.
Speaking of men's manhoods getting cut off, I'm gonna take a leak. I'll see you guys in a minute. Hey, Daniel's Hot Topics. Why don't you
Yes.
take center stage for now?
Hello, Daniel.
I'm sorry we went all tirade on this. I'm very passionate
I
when it
just
comes to
I think this is
defending
a cool
people.
topic, you know.
I really I can't stand society's double standards, and I don't think anyone should have to take
Oh,
abuse
Jedi
or
Bill, I
should
saw
be
your nice little dog.
disregarded for it. You know.
So cute.
Welcome to the stream, Daniel's Hot Topics.
Welcome. Indeed.
So yeah, you know, I thought it was interesting. You know, I wasn't making fun. I just thought, wow, like someone, like a girl broke Dork Knight's arm. Like, wow, that's interesting. You know, I wasn't talking down to it. Not making fun of
I
it.
know. I'm just saying that those kinds of comments. Well, I don't believe for
I
a
just think
minute
it's
that
cool
that's what
because,
you
like-
meant. That's really common attitude at the same time.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of cool because you don't hear about it every single day. You know.
Hmm.
I don't I don't know how much I should get into my lesser smart decisions of my life.
I'm very open with them. I was a brawler as a kid, for fuck's sakes. I mean, I'm open with it. So
I got connected with a girl once who first of all, I mean, I say like, I suppose she didn't necessarily become all she could be. I don't know what she is today. It's been a while, but she surrounded herself with people that were less than her, rather than say people that were better than her. To me, like, she had this definite habit of surrounding herself with the worst, with people that were just bigger screw ups than herself, for lack of a better word, so that she really was the best person in the room. And, you know, when she got pregnant with her first kid and she was going to
I
lose,
have a question.
you know,
If she always surrounded herself with people that were less than her and she was in your life, what does that say about you? I'm sorry. And he's muted.
no, it's a fair question. I wasn't good enough for her. Let's put it that way.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm a bit of a troll.
Genuinely, I was never in contention. I was definitely not something that she was interested in. So you can take that for what you will. But it put me in a bit of an awkward position, and I wouldn't say I necessarily regret it in that sense that I. When she got pregnant with her first kid, it put me in an awkward position. Maybe I should have walked away, but at the time, I wanted. Let's say I didn't.
You
I
wanted
had,
Becky?
no, not even that. I wanted to help the kid.
But don't make me feel bad for teasing you.
No. But like, the kid was in a tough position because she was going to lose the kid to a way worse guy, or let's be fair, you know, a government system that I didn't particularly like for foster care. And her mother was actually definitely a vein of support. So, for come heck or high water, I poured a bit of money into the diapers to get her to keep the kid.
Okay, Dork, push.
Oh yeah, no.
Whale
Yeah,
penis.
push that log out, Dork. Push it hard.
Come on, bite your tongue, you whale penis, you.
There's a heck of a lot more to say about that. But
He's a good dog.
Well, that is the technical name of it, Dork, so.
well, it was
Welcome,
longer
Tiger
than a
Shrek.
piss, Dork Knight.
Look, I am very open that I was a complete utter fuck up in a lot of ways. and most of them were my own doing, although a lot of them was shit that was done to me as well. The problem was I had a tendency to take the shit that was done to me and make it worse. And considering some of the shit that was done to me, making it worse was going really, really off the deep end, you know?
I was going to say, this is kind of in a roundabout way, I was going to come back and say to Dork Knight, it's like, your daughter's 18, 19. Wait till she's 30. Because there's a big difference between 18 and 30. And you might well, I mean, I don't know if you're even listening or you're taking a shit right now. I'm missing my whole point. But it's like, wait until she's 30 and maybe you'll actually end up having a good, connection, We're all a little bit dumber when we're younger than we are when we're older,
Right.
I'm pretty
Video
both,
vlog.
brother, he says. No, I mean, I
Here's
give you
what
crap.
you do. You make video vlogs for her.
Look,
Let
I
her
give
know you
you
care.
crap. I make that cheap shot about you not being good enough. But let's be clear. I was 15 when I met my ex who was 27. And I still keep going back to him as he did stupid shit, psycho shit to me. So I can't really judge other people being intelligent in this regards. Love goggles are really fucked up. That's all I could say. Love goggles are really fucked up. I also spent 6 years as a cutter, so I didn't exactly have the best treatment of myself in my youth.
we do the best we can, I think, with what we got in the moment. And hopefully,
Welcome, Tiger Stripes. How you
survive it.
doing?
Welcome.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Oh, wow.
Thanks.
That is quite a voice for someone with such
It's
a
not
mustache.
just love goggles. I was listening. Okay, I'm back now, and I wash my hands. Don't be
Okay.
mean. It's not just love goggles. Some of these people, abusers, are so good at gaslighting. They make you feel like it's your
gaslighting.
fault. You know what I mean?
Brainwashing, mental manipulation.
Yeah,
So-
dude.
and
Like
they
so.
speak for people
I
who are
never-
broken
I
and easier to do it
never-
to.
I never, ever, ever judge anyone for going back to an abuser because I've been there a couple times.
Hey, sweetie.
Well, actually, a few times. And it's like, you got to understand, these people are like mental manipulating gymnastics.
Mhm.
You know what or gymnasts. You know what I mean?
And they
They're
are
just-
pro at finding somebody who's broken in some way that they can manipulate.
Yeah, and it
Nice
sucks
pussy.
because I would say I have a type, but no, I just radiate
Yeah.
that I'm such an
girl.
insecure fuck up that I get like these manipulators get attracted to me. Fortunately, I hope, and we've been together 2 years and it's not been bad yet. I'm finally with somebody who's been through at least as much as I have, maybe more, and we're old and are like, fuck it, we just want to be happy. You know what I mean? So like,
You don't look that.
I
old.
love you,
is a
baby.
warm kitty.
yeah. Oh.
Happiness is a warm kitty.
Yes, my cat usually molests me when I'm live, but I think
By the
he's
way,
laying down with
For those who
Cece
don't
right
know
now.
this kitty, her name is Ornery, and she lives up to it every chance she gets. She's like, "Don't tell on me. I'm out of here." Bitch.
Dude, it's so funny. So my cat is so vocal, and so we came home, and he's really like in the last 2 years. I've had him about 5 years, but in the last 2 years, he's really just kind of like become a turncoat, and now Cece's his favorite human, not me, which is kind of hurts, but it's all good. So we get home, and Cece's doing this thing where she turns around, she says something to the cat, then turns around immediately. The cat meows. She turns back around, says something, then she turns around again. Cat meows. It was hilarious. It was like we should have made it a TikTok video. It was so funny. You know, now I wish my cat would come over. Daniel,
Yeah.
how are you, brother? I was gone when you jumped in.
Yeah. I'm good. How you doing? You doing good?
I mean, yeah, I'm doing better than you, Chico.
I mean-
that was a Scott Hall. I'm just kidding.
I like animals better than people usually. They're easier to understand.
Dude.
You talk about this cat that just talks. That's Ornery. She could be purring on me, rubbing around, excited as hell, and she'll be wah, 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 while she's doing it. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you bipolar psychopath? My husband grinned when I said that and picked her up. It's like shut up.
Can you hear him?
Oh, kitty.
Yes, I can. Aw, hi, sweetie.
I want a cat.
He's so loud.
Yeah, Ornery's done that. The funniest one actually is in my shorts and my old ones I posted a long time back.
Dude,
I actually have
look,
one where
he's got a bobcat tail. Do you see that?
Yeah.
He's born this way. Isn't that crazy?
I actually have one video where it's literally her rolling on the bed as I'm rubbing her belly, and I lift my hand up to move it to another spot, and she tries to follow the hand and rolls off the bed and flops onto the floor and thunk. And I actually caught it on film and posted it because I'm mean.
Dude, he wakes me up every day. He'll come lay on my chest and do this thing where he rubs his face on mine until I wake up. Like every day. Like I don't even need to set an alarm anymore. I'm not even kidding.
Do you know what I woke up to this morning? Wow! Wow!
He'll bite my.
what
Does your
was-
cat do this?
what was he
He'll
trying
he'll
to
bite
tell
my
you?
nose. He'll bite my
Bite
like
the
one of my
nose
nostrils.
or the toes? Nose
Not
or toes?
hard. Not hard. He'll
Nope.
just he'll
No.
just nibble on it. You know.
Nose or toes? Always the nose or the toes.
So, wow, he's never nibbled my toes, but my nose, 100% every day. He will nibble my nose if I don't wake up.
My cat is a
you know.
shrimper. I swear, she's obsessed with feet. I'm just,
No, my cat's an indoor-outdoor, so we have a doggy door, but it's like it's a kitty door. You know, I got the smallest one, and this is how I know my cat loves me. He comes back to me every day and has for the past 5 years.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
hey,
Happy
sweetie.
birthday, Raquel, again.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday,
Oh,
Nice.
kitty.
Oh, did you see
Yeah.
that? That was so cute.
See, I would do that with my cat, but there's two things. The two houses that I live in, I don't trust the people in the area not to screw with pet doors like that. B, she's too stupid to be an outdoor cat. She wouldn't survive a day.
Oh, I'm
This is
really
this is the,
lucky.
this is the cat who likes to lay in the window and try to threaten the eagles.
I'm really lucky. I live in a community called Southern Highlands in Las Vegas, and it's really bougie, and so I'm not too worried because like we have security guards that drive around, make sure people don't speed and stuff, and all my
Yeah,
neighbors know my cat, and I've lived here for years.
This kitty is stupid, and I live in. If at my mother's place here, we're in the mountains, and I've seen wolves and mountain lions and stuff in her
Well,
yard.
we have
out in her yard before though. This isn't like it's in the outskirts outside of the city.
no
where this we're in
we
the
have-
middle of all that.
I've seen a coyote in my that's something that I
no.
do worry about. I've seen a coyote in my neighborhood.
Yes.
That is something I worry about. But
Coyotes
so-
are threatening to
took,
pets. That's not as the same as hitting a wolf or a mountain lion.
no, that's
Trust
true.
me.
That's,
But the other part is
true.
back at my house. I'm in an area where we have one of the largest eagle and predator bird populations in the world. And because we're right between the Cedar and Mississippi rivers, it's where most of the bald eagle population likes to come and spend their winters and stuff. So we have multiple eagles that live in our neighborhood. During a lot of the year, we have hundreds of them everywhere you look, just driving to the store and back. And so this dumb little fuck who thinks she's going to go threaten eagles all the time in the window would be eaten in a day. I'm guaranteeing you.
Dude,
if
no,
she actually
so
got out.
I'm lucky there's nothing like that here. Hey, buddy. Because this motherfucker, it freaks Cece out. So he'll bring in birds and lizards all the time. And one time he brought us a bird, and and that just means they love you. So like I've taught Cece that, because at first Cece would get freaked out and
Also
get mad and
means
yell
your
at the
bird's
cat.
dead.
Do what?
Well, sometimes they'll bring you a field mouse alive, and then they'll play with it inside.
See, I don't really have mice out here in Vegas. It's not
Like
a thing in Vegas.
my cat Pumpkin, she brought in a dead gecko and was playing with it.
Oh, dude, my cat does that all. Geckos, crickets, all that.
Really, crickets?
Dude, I
Oh,
find dead
sure.
crickets in my house all the time. It's ridiculous. But here's the thing. So one time, and it was a shame. So one time, my cat killed a bird, and I was like, "Oh, thank you." And then there you go, buddy. And then the next day, his face swelled up, and I was
Oh,
like,
no.
"What?" And then the day after that, it swelled up even more, and I freaked out. I took him to the vet, and the vet, like, apparently, so what happened was, what we figured out later, when he killed the bird, the bird's beak punctured the inside of his, like, whatever that's called. And because birds are nasty, it was full of, like, bacteria, and he got an infection. And it was they called it, like, necrosis. Basically, it was killing his tissue. And so that big thing of the big swelling he had was just dead tissue. And like, if I hadn't taken him to the vet, it would have killed him, because it would have just.
Oh my
spread.
gosh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Billy. I'm allergic to dogs severely.
So I took I take him to the vet. The vet starts telling me this. I'm a grown ass man.
No.
I start bawling, and then, like, they're like, we'll take care of it. So I go outside, and I'm not gonna, dude. Another grown ass man. I didn't get his name. Some black dude.
Jedi Bill.
He comes over to me. Look at that cute thing. He comes over to me, like, and just
I'm
hugs
getting
me.
cold senselessly here, if you guys can't tell.
Yeah. No, I thought that was so cool. I don't know the dude's name.
Yeah, there's
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
what he was.
compassion in vets.
He just came out and just gave me because, like, I know he had his dog there. I don't know if his dog lived or died or what was going on, but he just saw me crying out front, because I went out front to cry because I was trying to be alone. And then he came out and just gave me this big hug. And thankfully, obviously, you saw my cat. He made it through. They cut all the stuff out, and it was we had to. It was like 3 weeks of, like, he could live or die. But man, I don't know. I love this cat. I mean, I have kids.
Turn around.
It's just same feeling.
Sleep
Like I had a cat
There you
for
go, good
14
girl.
years that died about 5-6 years ago, and I took it. Like, I didn't drink. I was always a pothead. My cat died. To this day, I'm still battling with alcoholism. I'm not blaming my cat. I'm blaming me. It was my way of coping with it. But, like, yeah, I took it hard. I didn't leave my house for a month. Like, I never expected to take it that hard. But
Billy, I just love animals, period.
yeah.
I just love animals, period. But I'm allergic to dogs. I can't be around them. So
Oh, hey, man, nobody's gonna blame you for liking pussy. It's all good.
I'm a nature photographer. I spend time out around bighorn sheep, bison, and bobcats,
But you're allergic to
elk
dogs.
stuff. Yes. And yet I've given myself hives before going out and photographing coyotes and wolves before too. So
Dude.
I mean,
I'm not kidding. It's a thing here in Vegas. I've seen in a couple. I've lived here 13 years, so this might not be a lot. But in the 13 years I've lived here, I've seen at least a couple dozen coyotes, and I've seen, just living here the last 3 years I've lived here, I've seen like 4 in the neighborhood in the past 3 years. Like, it's crazy.
CC Karaoke says he's got to get ready for bed, and it's been awesome. Well, it's been awesome having you, my friend.
hey, Cece,
No,
nice to
no,
meet you.
Oh man, I was
Oh,
hoping
sorry,
we were gonna
sure.
get to
Sorry,
sing with
this-
you, brother.
Sorry, this
I'll-
kitty
I'll-
got kind of demanding here, kind of distracted everything.
I'll hop in when I can. I'm a creature of habit, and I go to bed around, well, say 20 minutes ago. So it's a little tough for me to get onto Insomniac.
What
but I'll join in when I
time
can.
time zone are you in? I'm Pacific, so it's still
Yeah, same
11:20.
here.
Oh, well,
Same here.
dude, it's not even midnight, bro. What's
I know. I'm like an old fogey, man.
So you're
Shake
in
and stick and cloud.
British Columbia? You in British Columbia?
Yeah,
Okay.
Whistler.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I try not to sleep in too late because then
You ever
I
been
have to
to,
get to the mountain and go skiing.
bro, You ever been to Penticton?
I've driven through it.
Dude, so I was fortunate enough, before you go, I highly recommend it. I didn't have to pay for it, so I don't know what it costs. But I won this sales championship thing for my company, and they more
Kitty.
kitties.
Yeah.
And I got to go to this resort in Penticton, and I swear to God, dude, the resort was in a mountain, and the mountain ended on a beach. So I'm not kidding you. Like, it was like built. This resort was built into a mountain that was on a beach,
That's pretty great. Yeah.
and dude, it was the most beautiful, awesome thing I've ever seen in my real life. And
Okay,
so,
before you go, let me say something to ruin this sweet dear moment that Dork's giving you. Just think, I have my pussy laying on my boobs. I mean,
Not
man, that
easily
takes
done.
that takes that joke from Predator to a whole new level. Gee, she's got a big pussy. Wow.
hi, sweetie.
All right.
And Billy Ann
Thanks
Cruz
for
is
having
talking
me.
about her cat,
Mm-hmm.
all white with blue eyes, and her name was Lookout.
Oh.
My boy was an Abyssinian, and his name
Oh,
was Rick.
nice.
Good night, Cece.
Good
And
night.
listen,
Bye, buddy.
good night.
This is Pumpkin. She's a black kitty cat with yellow eyes.
Oh, it's
Hi,
lovely.
baby.
Mm,
If you
screen's
guys
gone to
can't
the
tell
cats.
somebody, if you can't tell somebody thinks I'm supposed to go to bed and cuddle her now.
my cat too. It's like, is it time to go to bed and cuddle now?
Oh, look at you. You're getting so fat. You need a diet.
She didn't like that.
Doesn't like that.
I know, sweetheart.
I knew that would get her off me. It's true, though. She's actually getting quite pudgy.
Daniel, weren't you in the market for a doggy? A new doggy? Another doggy?
Yeah, I'm still trying to convince my mom to buy a dog.
Yeah, I want a dog too, very much.
I have. I think, Bill, you've seen my dog, right, Dexter? I have one dog and one cat. It's a Pomeranian Chihuahua mix, so it's a little ugly.
I might
tiny-
have.
It's a little shit dog, okay?
Yeah.
I
Well,
want a
he's
medium
more
dog.
the size of a Pomeranian than a Chihuahua, but he looks like a Chihuahua, which is what's weird.
I'm hoping for a dog, about 30 pounds, something I can lift should I need to.
Yeah.
Just thinking, what kind of dog do you want, Daniels?
No, what I
want
really
Shih
want,
Tzus.
what I really want is one of
Dogs.
the kitties here. 1 second, let me change my avatar so you can show
Look
you.
at the screen. Look at the screen. I'm
I want
trying
one
to
of
make him.
these.
I'm trying to make him a YouTube star. He won't look at the
Oh my gosh. Just a lynx?
Ooh,
That
is that a
is a
Sahara
bobcat.
cat?
That's actually a
Okay.
bobcat I photographed in Custer State Park on Christmas Eve.
Dude, have you seen Sahara cats? They're a thing out here in Vegas.
Yeah, they're
like-
cute. They're gorgeous. They
They're
actually
fucking
have seen 'em.
huge. They're like the size of Great Danes, and they're cats. What is this up, buddy? Well.
He's like, I don't want to be on camera. Leave me alone.
All right, hold
No,
on.
I
I
don't
wanna
think
do
that's what a Sahara cat is.
Dude, no, are you
I
kidding
think-
me? Google.
I'm not.
sorry,
I'm
sorry,
not kidding
buddy.
you, dude. I think what you're talking about is a mountain lion.
No. Sahara cat. Google it. I swear to God, because my friend has
No,
one,
I've-
and it was huge. It was the size of
No.
a. Okay, I might have been exaggerating. It was the size of a Labrador.
It's-
It was really the size of a Labrador.
It's
Hold
a
on.
mountain lion, dude.
I'm gonna Google it.
Cutie.
Oh, well, you have a
Shih
dog.
Tzu.
You don't need another dog.
Doggy.
Cute.
And actually, he is right. I have heard of it. I just don't know.
That's fine.
I've
No,
heard of
no.
it too, but they're
You
small.
wanna deny me?
They're not
No,
the
they're
size-
huge.
They're
They're
not the size of
huge.
not a Sahara cat. No.
Okay, all right. No, I'm sorry. I said it wrong. A Savannah cat. I miss.
Okay, that's right.
Yes.
A
There you go.
Savannah cat. A Savannah
go.
cat.
Thank you.
They are effing huge.
Well, they're not native. Surely there's something somebody's bringing in from
Uh-uh.
Africa.
Probably, but I'm
It's
looking for a
crazy.
pic. Okay, I'm gonna find a picture to show. Look, yeah.
Why
here we
would
go.
they do that?
Here's a good one.
This is a kitty I like to have. It's a
Oh.
ragdoll cat.
Look at that face.
All right. So hey, look at the size. It's okay. There's bigger ones.
No, a
I'll keep
Savannah
looking.
cat's kind of like a cheetah.
Dude.
It
okay,
is
hold up.
considered a relation to the cheetahs, actually.
Okay, it is. Yeah. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Bill, show them. Look at this. Look at the size of
Oh
that
my
cat.
God.
That's
Almost bigger than her.
It's huge.
Okay.
It's huge, and that's not even the biggest Savannah cat I've seen.
That's what they call an Aussie cat. It's a hybrid.
I'll keep.
They're very
Ah.
dangerous.
That's a
very
Savannah
dangerous.
But there's a market
They're
for
not
it. It's
actually
crazy.
a cat, you realize. They're a
out
hybrid.
here. They're out here. A hybrid of what? Because they're out here in Vegas.
They're a
and it's
hybrid
like-
of like a freaking ocelot and a cat. And they even throw a gene so they're actually bigger than an ocelot.
Dude, all I know is I want one of those. I just can't afford it. They're like
They are
so expensive.
extremely dangerous.
Dude, I don't care. Like, let it kill me. I
You'll
love
care
cats.
when they open up your frickin' jugular and drink your
Hey,
blood.
You know what? I actually have a very small regard for life. So no, I don't care.
I mean, I was sitting here hearing you say they're crossed with ocelots. Ocelots
they
are still a
drink
type
blood?
of cat. They're still a feline.
Yeah.
So it's still a cat.
It's a cat. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. Don't be like that.
It's a wild cat. It's a
Nah,
wild
they
cat.
can like they can be domesticated.
Aussie cat.
I have
No.
met one that was literally the size of a
Actually,
Labrador.
It depends
cat
on how
that
many
has never-
generations.
There's
No,
only
this is
one
not
cat that's
sensible.
never successfully been domesticated even once, and that is actually the rust spotted or
Look at this.
rust colored
Look at
cat,
this.
which is actually the smallest breed. It is incredibly moody and doesn't like to be touched or messed with.
Look at this. Bill,
And it's an Asian one.
show this. Look at this. Look at the size of this thing. It's fucking huge. I
Let me
would
see if I
love
can
a cat
find-
that size.
I want to show you guys what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh.
How did we get on this? This is so funny.
It was your idea.
Because our cats are just our animals.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like,
That's
Yeah,
in
look
this
at like
direction.
speaking of cats, look at how covered like this motherfucker. Did you see that? Just like I'm
Deftones.
totally covered in cat hair now. No, not screw the. I mean, I love
we
Deftones,
can't,
but
we can't see
I'm
it.
saying that the hair. You can't see the hair. You can't see
No.
all that hair.
No, we really can't.
Put me large. Put me large. Come
No,
on,
we
look at
don't
this.
need to see your cat hair.
It's ridiculous. You don't.
Oh,
see
now we
that?
can see it
Okay,
now.
we can see it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's obscene.
Well, that's
Oh,
part of
Andrew.
the perk
Andrew
of,
is
of
telling
being a
sad
cat
fish
owner.
stories. That's pretty funny.
One sec
Yeah.
here. I'll show you
That's
guys what I'm
so
talking about. These things are freaking amazing little cats, but they will not let themselves be domesticated at freaking all.
In
They're
my
really
opinion,
amazing.
I
Any
really want a
wild
Savannah
cat
cat.
that is
What, Raquel?
domesticated is not fully discommitted. You know what I mean? They're always
Domesticated.
gonna, like, they're always
Yes.
gonna have that wild instinct in them.
Yes.
No animal is completely and utterly
No,
domesticated.
no. We're talking about.
Well, true.
Okay,
True
I'm not
enough.
going to go on and
Holy
on about it. but
Christ.
I feel like, breeding hybrids for, having them as pets, it's the equivalent of people who breed dwarf animals because they think they're cute.
Look, no,
It's not
look,
healthy for the animal.
look at the size of this cat. I want one of these. Bill,
No.
share it.
No.
Share
No,
it.
no, no. I
Look
have
at the
to show you
size
guys.
of this
We
thing.
saw
Bill,
it. We
share
saw
it.
it, Dark
I have
Knight.
to
We
show-
saw
No,
I
it.
no.
have to show you
Like,
guys
look at
first.
this.
No,
look- That's crazy.
it is crazy.
It's crazy. Sorry. All right.
Okay, I have to show you something that's much
We can
much
agree to disagree.
cuter here.
I really
Yeah,
do
we
want one of
we
those.
will not agree there.
I really do want one of those. I
I've
would even
read
be
up
willing.
on them. I've
I
read
would
up
even-
on them.
Okay, Bill, if you can
I'd
share
even
this,
be
I'll
willing to
later.
let it
The
kill
sound-
me.
The sound
Like-
is turned off, Bill. It will not get you struck. I just want to show people how small these things are. So, and my computer's being very slow. I am sorry for that.
Damn, nobody but me wants a Savannah cat. Those look awesome. I've always
I want everything.
I've
Bill,
been enamored with them
I've
ever
read up
since I-
about it. I worked at a zoo.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
a little knowledgeable. Yeah, I did.
What
I
animals
wasn't
did
an
you,
animal person. I
Oh.
wasn't an animal person, but I did
Oh,
work at a
yeah.
zoo.
Oh,
Bill,
well,
sweetie.
Well, you.
can you please
I'll
share
defer
that?
to you, Tiger Stripes. Like if you worked
Well,
at a
I'm
zoo,
just
like,
saying, a lot of people have cheetahs in foreign countries, and
well, Mike Tyson
people will
famously
say,
had tigers
they are
here.
they are the doggiest
Guys,
of cats. But
Never mind.
something, you do not run from
Stop.
them.
Eagle, it's your turn. Don't be mad. Come on.
I can't get anybody to share it. Anyways, I can't get a word in. So
Do it, Jedi Bill. Share it.
Eagle,
I
you
don't
often
know if
say that
shit-
you can't get a word in, and yet you get many words in. Just saying.
I
I
don't
don't
think
often
Jedi Bill
say
is on
that.
this on the. I don't think Bill's on the computer right now.
You looking for trouble?
Fight.
You came into the right
Fight.
place.
I guess Jedi left. You know what? He's probably dropping a deuce like I did. I can't get mad at him.
Oh,
Like,
please. He better not be asleep.
No, he's not. He probably went to the
I
bathroom.
don't think he's asleep. I might be wrong on that, but he might just went to the bathroom.
It is charming when people start to snore, though. I like that.
Mhm. So, Tiger Stripes, who's your avatar? Like, I don't
Oh,
really
that's
recognize the
David
person.
Crosby.
David Crosby?
And this is where you say, "Who's David Crosby?" And I just lose
Yep.
my mind.
I don't know. I don't know. David Crosby? I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
Really? Okay.
Is this-
Hey, here, one sec. This is the smallest cat.
Tony.
This is the one that.
I want 10 or
Swimming
12 of
in
them.
the-
If
Look
they're
at-
really,
look
so
how
what are they
small
like?
it is,
How
blade of
big?
grass.
Like
They
this
are-
big, this
Their
big?
full
Like-
grown is between 1 to 2.5 pounds for the full grown ones.
So
They're
oh my
really
God.
tiny.
So my balls are bigger than this motherfucker. I want one of these. I want like 10 or 12 of them. That'd be awesome.
Are,
Oh my
aren't
God.
they freaking adorable?
That was
They're
yeah,
very
dude.
adorable,
The eyes,
yeah.
the eyes are so cute.
What's the name of the breed?
Rust spotted cat.
ST?
Just like it sounds.
Let's back up slightly here a sec and look at this face here.
Oh,
this
rusty
bodice.
spotted cat. I found
Oh,
it.
I missed
Spotted
that part.
cat.
Yeah. Look at that face
That's
right
it.
there.
That's it.
I can't,
Look at
there-
that
I don't see-
face.
No, look at those eyes. Oh.
Too damn
Okay,
cute.
I
That's
love
one of the
kitties.
things
I
I'm.
love kitties.
That's one of the
Ah.
things I'm obsessed with.
Can
Okay.
So
Move
there-
over,
there's-
dogs. Cats
there's
are taking over.
Oh
again.
wow! So
I
I
love
found a
those
site. I found a place here in Vegas. Here's literally what they say. It is probably not the best idea to own a rusty spotted cat. Depending on what state you live in, it may or may not be legal or
It's
take
not
a lot
legal
of paperwork.
anywhere. They
In
will
the
not
state of
domesticate.
Nevada, hold up. In the state of Nevada, it is legal. However, most are owned by zoos. So I
It's-
could
Whether
buy
or not
one
your
of these.
state legalizes it or not, they're not legal
Do
to
you
buy
own
or
a
sell
zoo?
from the places they come from. So no, they're still not legal.
Really? Oh,
You
what-
have also a real responsibility with an endangered animal like that to breed it.
I don't wanna-
So it's
what?
not.
I
They
just
can't. They
want
shouldn't
I
just
just
be.
want a tiny cute thing. Have you guys ever been
No,
to those
no.
Comic Cons where they have
No,
those
you have a-
flying little
You have a
squirrel
real
rats?
responsibility
those?
to try to perpetuate the species when you're owning an endangered animal.
Yep. I don't know if he would disagree with what he like 10 or 12.
I am
kids.
pooping all over Dork Knight's dreams. You can get a spotted cat if you want a spotted
man,
cat. They're dangerous as shit, but go right
They're-
ahead.
Yeah, they will not domesticate. They will not behave for ownership. They
Look,
cannot
here's the thing.
domesticate.
Here's the thing. I will enter a social contract with the animal. And I will be like, look, if you kill me, I'm fine with that. Okay? All right? I don't mind. But
I die by cuteness. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I don't mind. And if he's cool with that, and if I ever fuck up and he kills me, we had an understanding. That's all I'm saying.
There's a Russian couple on YouTube that own a cougar. I have to admit to watching their videos with some enjoyment.
You hypocrite.
I don't.
I know it's a little
I don't
hypocritical.
bother
Yeah.
to try to own these kinds of animals.
Well,
but
they actually, you
this is
know,
what I do is this photography. I studied
fir-
as a ranger for
fir-
years.
fir-
I'm out
first of all-
interacting with them. So
First of all, I need to make this very clear. People don't own cats. Cats own people. Like I don't
you
care
know
what
what's
kind of cat
funny
it
is
is.
you know what's funny is you said that Ornery lifted her head and meowed and licked her lips.
Exactly. Because, dude, why do you think the Egyptians worshipped cats? Like, come on.
Because they like psychopathic assholes. I mean,
No, man. Here's the thing. Haven't you heard this before? Everybody's heard this before. People train dogs. Cats train people. It's true, man.
I've
It's
never had that issue. I've always got my cats to obey me.
wow. Hey, good for you. You're a special kind of breed.
Yeah, weird nature child. I mean, and I am weird, and I am that person who I get made fun of by my friends because I am literally that person who walks into the forest and walks around singing with the animals following her, like I'm some fucking princess. Because I love
Oh.
animals and I love nature, and I have a connection with animals. I always have.
Like Song of the South. Right
Billy
on.
Ann Cruz says she's a cougar. So
Yeah.
But I mean, I have all these animals I visit constantly that are part of my normal routines. And I sit there and tell people, yeah, I consider Pretty Family, as I call them, friends. I consider the swans that I go see at Cedar Memorial, friends,
Andrew.
like, all these things, and I've got eagles that'll come actually sit next to me and chirp at me and talk to me because they're so used to me going over and visiting their nests.
Andrew, who are you talking to? Although based off of what I just heard, probably her. You know what's crazy? So I'll go out front. 'Cause, sadly, I still smoke cigarettes. So I'll go out front on my front patio and I'll smoke a cigarette. And this has happened a ton of times. I've had a hummingbird come like this close to me and freak me the f out. Like just
They're
like
very
literally.
bold for birds.
Do what?
They're very
Have you guys,
bold.
have you guys
hummingbirds.
ever
They're very
actually
brave.
interacted with hummingbirds and when they actually
I've seen
sit
people
or
feed
at
hummingbirds.
rest?
No,
Right
I
on
don't
their
have. I don't
hand.
feed them. I don't have any feeders. Nothing. I was literally smoking a cigarette, and this bold little bastard gets. And it's happened a few times. I doubt it's the same one. Although it'd be cool if it was. Like gets like inches from my nose and just like, just like hovers there. I'm like,
Yeah. They'll do that. Lucky.
I mean, I could give you guys a really good example of. What
I don't think
have.
that's lucky. I think that dumb bastard doesn't realize my cat would kill it while it's enamored with me if my cat was outside at the time.
How many people get pictures of hummingbirds when they're at rest?
Oh, that's cool.
I've got several here.
Falling leaf photography. One of my clients. He's got a ton of those. I can show you.
They're all ones that I took. So
He's a nature photographer in North Carolina.
I'm
this is
since
what I
about the
do.
desert.
This is what I do.
I'm
Look at
noticing
look,
a whole bunch
look
of
at the
wildlife
fawn
here.
trying to bat the flies off his head with his ears.
Today I saw a big bull, a big black bull. It was on the opposite side of the fence, and it's like, oh, it was almost coming onto my property here, and then it's like, oh shit, is it gonna charge me?
Yeah,
I mean, this
I
is
got
this is
worried
the
for a
stuff I
second.
love, guys. This is what I love to do.
I guess it's going to have to get to know you, Bill.
Here,
Well,
just
I
just
did
fixate
eat
on spirit.
some
Just
of its
fixate on spirit.
relatives.
Bill, meet Bull. Bull, meet Bill.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the?
There's all types of birds out here.
Do you guys
that I've
remember
seen,
the
too.
blood moon we had on Friday the 13th a few years ago?
The what? Which
The blood moon that was on Friday the 13th a few years ago in September.
few years ago. Okay. Ooh, very cool.
This is what I do. And these are burrowing owls. They're not nocturnal and they're mean as hell.
Hmm.
But they're cool.
I see a lot of rabbits.
Yes, I'm allergic to
around.
dogs, and I took this picture, and then I had to take Benadryl because I was breaking out in hives.
Is it
That's a coyote over here in the wildlife
Yeah.
loop area. I mean, I got bison,
Mm-hmm.
and here is the
Good
coy
pup.
wolf pup, who is very obviously mix of wolf, coyote, and fox. He had very, very distinctive markers of each. I still see him sometimes. He's in this one part of the wildlife loop every so often when I go through.
Hmm.
I've seen him for years. But the
Very
one
cool.
photo that's rare to get, that's everyone. Have you all heard the old saying? There's nothing meaner than a one-eyed badger.
No.
Nope.
Because this was actually a law of saying in the Old West era. And it was carried through basically when my parents were growing up. And it had to do with what animals to avoid and that were attacking, stuff like that. And I've actually photographed a one-eyed badger who lost an eye.
Dear old badger.
And he's a mean old
We
cuss.
don't need no stinking badges.
I love my work. I love it. I got the baby signets for
Hey, Bill,
cuteness.
do you mind blowing Eagle Eye up? I can't really see the pictures on the phone. If you
Yeah.
please.
Okay. But this red panda is one of my favorite shots
Thank
here.
you.
Get it resting. I mean, I love this stuff. This is one that people would eek at because it's literally the juvenile eagle carrying off a prairie dog.
Aww.
There's something really, really soothing in life about doing this work. And yes, I go to the zoos that are accredited that are helping with reproduction, and I take things like the cheetahs and the bottler eagles and go visit them and take photos of them. I love the animals. And then there's simians at play. I've worked really hard over the last few years at learning all this stuff.
Hmm.
That's a river otter. So yeah, this is who I am. I'm a crazy nature chick.
And you live in the perfect state for it. South Dakota, right?
South Dakota is great for the Black Hills and for a lot of the bigger game and the crazy wild animals like that. And as much as I don't like Iowa overall, it does have some really good arboretums, flower gardens. It's got botanical gardens. It's got zoos. And the eagles and the predator birds are everywhere. And so I still get a lot of good shots there. And I love my work. I really do. Right now, I'm working with DNR for Iowa and the Midwest region, helping them create a chart of all the eagle nests with the information on which eagles are living in it and what's going on with them.
Any projection on when you're going to put out your coffee table photography book?
As soon as I can replace my computer and actually finish the book's last 2 pages.
I mean, I could probably help you. But anyway, what's the biggest eagle you've ever seen in person? Like wingspan, like you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying pounds, but like, what's the biggest one you've ever seen? Because I've heard some shit, man.
I mean, bald eagles, the female matriarchs are the big ones. I'd have to think.
Like, do you have any cool pictures of like some gnarly ass, like, dude? Because like, I don't know if you guys know, eagles get fucking huge. Like, they get big.
I'm trying to think about.
I saw a photo just last week of somebody standing in an eagle's nest, and this person was just a regular sized person, and this nest was like, I've had apartments that were smaller. I really have.
You must live in New York.
Most
Los
eagles,
Angeles.
their nests are actually usually between 1 and 2 tons in weight.
Dude, no, they're effing huge. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I've only seen, I don't even know if it was an eagle. It's probably a hawk. When I was a kid, I saw like a big bird snatch a fish out of Lake Travis when I was visiting my aunt and uncle in Texas. And I thought that was the eagle. And then later when I got older and I saw like other videos, I was like, oh, there's no way that was an eagle.
I got news for you, Tony. Even the bald eagles and stuff here can do that shit. I've seen them carry off deer and small bighorn sheep and shit like that before. I'm not even kidding. I've seen them carry off the larger shit. It's crazy.
I saw 2 eagles carry off a couple of hobbits.
Dude,
once.
there was
really shocking.
No, there's like, you can go to YouTube. There's this gnarly video on YouTube of an eagle getting a, like, it was either a sheep or a ram. It like, but it's on the side of a mountain, and it like, it's oh my god, I'm gonna look for it. It's crazy because I've watched it several times.
I literally have had days where I've actually seen and tracked and interacted with over 1,000 eagles in a day before. Because when it hits winter and they're all in mating season, they're everywhere. I can look down and there'll be like trees where there's like 30, 40 in a tree. And there's just like this line along the river where they're doing this for a ways. And it's insane. And it's
I doubt we'll get a copyright. I doubt we'll get a copyright claim for this. So I'm sharing it. Here we go.
What are you showing?
It's an eagle grabbing a goat off the side of a mountain. It's insane.
Well, we'll talk over it, and then there'll be no danger of copyright.
I mean,
they don't
there's
usually get
there's
anything
no-
if you don't have sound on it.
There's no audio anyway. And look at this,
Mhm.
this cute, poor little innocent goat.
That. Okay.
Okay.
I'll
stop
see you
it.
guys later,
Oh.
maybe
Oh,
tomorrow.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
Tiger
Now you make me
Stripes.
feel like an
That's
asshole.
all right.
Oh,
Okay.
look,
Talk to you
Yeah,
later.
have a good night, Tiger
Good night.
Stripes.
Bye bye.
live long and prosper. I still
I
want.
mean,
I
that
still
stuff
want a
doesn't
Savannah
get-
cat.
That doesn't get to be. I've posted pictures of herons eating and fishing and going after ducklings and stuff, and
Well, I mean, dude,
it
come
doesn't
on.
bother me usually.
Well,
nature.
but
yeah,
I
it
feel
is
bad
part
when it
of
does bother
part of
people.
nature and part of life. But most
like I
people
said,
don't want.
I feel bad when people have that.
Most
Look, I
people
wasn't
don't want to
showing-
see that.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't showing like a lion tear into a gazelle and get all gory. I just thought it was cool to see the eagle pick up a goat.
No, well, that's nature. It
drop him to
happens.
his
You can't
death.
Deny
It was,
it.
You know, it's like kind of.
You know.
That's funny.
I've seen this.
Cat
I've
hair.
seen
That was
this-
cat hair. Anybody was wondering.
I've seen crocodiles
Oh,
pull down water buffaloes.
dude, did you see that
Those
crazy ass
videos.
video of that that snake in Florida that ate an alligator? Did you see that?
No.
No,
Dude,
I
missed
haven't
that
heard
Oh
one.
my
anything.
god, dude! Yeah, it was like a boa constrictor eats alligator. Put that in YouTube. Like like
I just want to point out, I have this footage where you can see the female actually present
wait.
and then ditch the guy as soon as he does. So she presents herself to him, and then as soon as he tries to get up, jumps out and
Nope.
ditches him.
oh,
I posted his hard rejection.
yeah, I mean, sadly, I mean, who hasn't? I've had that happen before. Who hasn't? It's like college.
That footage that you were showing looked old. It looked like from the 80s.
Oh, I'm sure
or
it was,
90s.
man. Like I didn't even look on the. It was probably like tell you on.
It
Well,
looked like
she's
it
doing-
was-
Jedi Bill, she's doing it. She probably took the footage. Took the footage on her phone.
I mean,
You
I
wanna
could
see-
record shit on my candy bar phone back in
You want to see
1998.
cute here?
Kitty.
There's Ornery. There's Ornery. You can see how affectionate she really is.
yeah.
You know what's crazy? The only thing that beats this is true, guys, because this is what I do for a living. The only thing on the internet that gets viewed more than cat videos is what?
Porn?
Exactly. Yeah, no, seriously. It goes. I'm not kidding. Porn, cat videos, everything else. Like there's a huge drop off after cat videos. It's insane. Yeah.
People like dogs too.
Dude, nowhere near as much as they like watching
I
cat
know.
videos. Like it's
But
like,
it's like simple
orders of
things like this where
magnitude.
they just can see the animals moving around and doing stuff. People get enamored.
yeah.
You don't have to have a big fancy production. You just have to show them the world around you, and people will enjoy it.
Oh yeah. Oh, totally.
A few second clip of just the elk adolescent turning around to see and say hi.
Well,
Will make people-
It just goes to show you.
Posted a few hours ago has over 4,000 views already.
Yeah.
Yeah, with modern technology, you can film wildlife, and then it goes through the roof.
But this is what I do anyways because I'm out there taking photos and stuff. So why wouldn't
Right.
Dude.
I record videos? Why wouldn't I share stuff, you know?
Yeah. No. I try to get Falling Leaf Photography to do that. He's one of my clients. He's out in.
This is one of my favorites. I love red pandas
Ooh,
when
red
they're so
panda.
cute.
Oh,
They're so cute.
I want one of those.
So
can
do
they
I.
Can they be domesticated?
They're so
That
adorable.
is
aren't they?
adorable.
That's at Blank Park Zoo in Des Moines. Actually, that's the ones I go visit all the time.
See, man, if I was like, fuck a tiger, like Mike Tyson lives out here and he has tigers. Screw that.
Yeah.
I want cute little things like that you just showed me. You know what I mean?
The rusty spotted kitty cat.
Or that, yeah. Oh, dude, that cat is so adorable.
Well, here was Ornery trying to ruin things. I was trying to set up for my monetization stream. I was trying to send out the link, and she wouldn't let me do anything.
She's like, no, love me now. I love cats. It's just Eagle. Just search Eagle Rider or put your link in there.
Rosetta Allen also.
Well,
Bill
William-
had a prompt for it, didn't you?
I don't know. William wants your YouTube channel. I already follow you, so
You had a prompt for my channel in your chat, right?
I can get it.
Is that on TikTok, Rose?
no.
No,
He
those
literally
are
put
just
no
YouTube
description.
Those are
Sorry.
just YouTube shorts that I posted.
Oh, okay.
If you actually go, I've actually got a pretty good folder of them. There's just little different animal clips and stuff like that. I like nature.
Hey, so to I think I've already tried this once before, but hey guys, to try to change the subject, do any of you watch wrestling?
No.
yeah,
No.
you know that's a
No.
no for me.
Okay, sorry.
I used
Uh,
to a long time ago.
Rose, DJ let me know that you said happy birthday. Thank you. I just wanted to confirm, like, I hope you don't mind. You just want to be called Rose from now on?
Rose is fine. Rosetta's fine.
Okay.
Eagle, bitch, just don't call me Rosie, and then we're fine.
Oh, he said the opposite. Like, he told me, like, not to say Rosetta, just Rose.
No, I'm fine with either.
Oh, okay. Just
I-
not the
You probably
Maybe
forgot
don't-
which one I didn't like,
So-
honestly, because it
don't
happens.
put the Y on the
Well,
end of the Rose.
if-
Yeah, okay.
Here's the thing: when people call me Dork, or Dork Knight, or Dork
Or
Knight
whale
LV,
penis.
I don't, or that even. I don't get upset because it's like that's what I got right here. Eagle.
Yeah, see,
You never
the
told
only-
me one. You never told me like your real name, which is fine. Two, I never heard. This is the first time I hear about this Rose shit. It's like, so what should I call you? Eagle. What should I call you?
that's fine.
Oh, okay.
No, I changed my channel name a couple of years ago. I actually had it on my name
Yeah.
for a long time, so most everyone knows that I'm Rosetta.
Mm.
Your real name's Rosetta.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm a writer named Rosetta. You should feel sorry for me, actually.
Oh,
You
she's
have no
a
idea how
millionaire.
many
She's
stupid
got
Rosetta
Rosetta
Stone
Stones.
jokes.
That's that. No, that's
That right there. That
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
cringy as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. I didn't say it.
I know I
didn't say
was
it.
making a
So-
bad joke.
So what do
sorry.
you, Rose? Rosie?
Rose.
No,
No,
see,
it's
don't.
It's not Rosie, and that's not an emotional reaction. That is
Okay,
a PTSD
Eagle or Rose?
reaction.
What do you want me to call you? God damn it!
Either.
So I'm taking- okay, Eagle's easier because I can read it. So thank you.
That's fine. I've told people before, I won't remember names unless they're in front of me because I have that kind of memory. So
People are
it's-
so funny. Sometimes people be like, "I don't want to call you Dork." I'm like, "Dude, it's my fucking name." So yeah, but it seems rude. I was like, "Dude, it's my fucking name. Just call me Dork. I don't care." He's like, "What's your real name?"
Penis.
Nah, it's Dork. Well, penis is acceptable as well because that kind of makes me feel good because I am fairly well endowed. I mean, I'm not huge, but I'm not micro . levels either. So
I'm sorry. I've literally
And
tried
now
to
for
get people to
something
make.
completely
I'm trying to
different.
get people to make artwork of him as Batman as a penis. So he's the Dark Knight, the whale penis.
dude, I will fucking pay you a commission for that. Ooh, I should go to that
no,
AI
no,
site.
no.
Hold up,
Now I'm down. No. Fuck AIs. Don't do that shit. Send me a few images you like, and I'll see what I can come up
Okay.
with. Fuck AIs. Fuck that bullshit.
Well, I don't know. I've been using this AI thing called Midjourney. Have you guys heard of this?
No.
Dude, so it's through Discord. So if you go to Midjourney, hold up. Although, and everybody's like, I've been getting a lot of shit because I'm an artist, and they're like, aren't you worried about them, like, taking money off your plate? I'm like, look, bro, I've been doing web design since
It's not
97.
money off the plate that I
and there's,
mind
like,
with them.
Wix and Squarespace and all this do-it-yourself crap. I'm used to people. Here's the thing. I'm looking at it as a tool to help me.
Yeah, and that
You know?
I could see. The problem I have with them is that they're intentionally been designed to encourage people to rip off other people's artwork to make it.
I don't think
That's
that's
the problem I
intentional. It's
No.
just because-
Some of them are. The companies themselves have programmed in all these artists'
All
work
right.
to steal from.
Well,
that
no,
I have
this-
a big problem with.
Well, then tell me those because they'd be easier because this one's kind of a pain in the ass. So I've been using Midjourney, and it only works through Discord. And what you do is you do a command line in Discord, kind of like coding. So you do like slash. So you go to the
Take care, Tony.
the Midjourney. Bye. You go to
Good
the
night,
Midjourney.
Tony.
This is one of my sketches.
You go to the Midjourney server. You type in slash imagine space and then a prompt, and then from there you can you put the URL. Let's say you want them to take a picture that you've already made, which is all I'm interested in because I'm trying to monetize
Yeah.
it.
You're looking for a way to combine your own work and create alternate versions of it.
So you can put
And that I absolutely support.
so you put the link into the image, and then after that you say like in the style of Disney, or as a Picasso, or a Vincent Van, you know what I mean? Like you give it instruction with it, and then it gives you 4 different options, and then from there you can there are other command lines you put in for it to like make it HD, or you give you you pick one and say I want variations of that one. It's really cool, but it's also kind of like maybe it's because I'm old. I have not gotten.
I'm horrible with technology. So
I haven't
fine.
gotten to a completed one yet. You know what I mean? I've started like 5, but I can't get to the end
Look
because
at
I
my
always get
drawing.
some kind of error message. Has anybody else here used Midjourney or anything else like
Look
that?
at her.
No.
No.
I got into this weird phase for a while, and several of my avatars came from that. If you want to keep up a sec, I could show that one, this one, and also this one were all part of the same set I did. And it was actually, I drew a fuck ton of naked cat chicks with guns. I don't know why. I
feel like you might need to talk to somebody about that. So how about this? Have any of you used Chat GPT? That's another AI thing, but it's not art. It's
No.
Nope.
man, I'm telling you guys, you need to get on this shit now. AI is the future. There's a lot of crazy AI stuff out right now.
No. I'd rather just leave it alone.
Well, you can say that, but it ain't going to leave you alone, bro. I'd rather get in on the ground floor than get
I
I'm
will point
50,
out this
dude.
now while I
My
tell
ears
people.
are
Well, I tell
limited.
people I have a problem with the AIs that are stealing art and stuff like that. I don't have a problem with the technology itself if it's used correctly. And
Here's the
my
thing.
husband, well, there's a point I'm getting to here, which is my husband is going back into classes working on his master's in applied technology AI design. So
you want it to do well. Here's the thing. Look, any technology can be abused. Any kind of advancement in anything can be used to rip people off. I tend, and I've had this discussion, because we've been talking about this a lot on Pop Culture Minefield, because Christopher Moonlight Productions he's the one that got me into this. So I blame him. Using it to modify my art, I think it's freaking awesome. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I could see it for that. I can.
But
It's the fact
I
that
get
so
what you're
many of them
saying.
are designed
Using
in
it
this
to
system
rip
where they're
off.
ripping people off. And
Yeah,
that's the
using
problem
it
I
to.
have.
So here's the thing. How do they? I feel like it's like the Wild West. I feel like there should be rules. There should be something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Simple things.
Yeah.
Sometimes simple things are all we really need.
Hey guys, I had to get going, but it was fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you for the birthday wishes.
Happy
And
birthday.
thanks for letting me on, Jedi Bill. I appreciate it. And
Thanks for joining.
And also, I put my links for my channels in the live chat for my main channel and my gaming channel. Go check them out. I really
Will
appreciate
do.
it.
I'll subscribe to you now.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'll catch you
Good night,
guys later.
sweetie.
Have a good night, everybody.
You too.
Good night, Raquel. Happy birthday again.
Thank
Have
you
a
so
great night,
much.
sweetie.
Cool.
Hope you have a
I
great
just
day.
subscribed to
Later,
both
guys.
of her
And
channels.
everybody,
Later.
remember, go support Hex Allen because the stuff he's putting out is fucking badass, actually.
Oh, Hex Allen's awesome. He's a great guy. Right?
Or, you know,
And
you guys
Great.
could always.
I just
God, I am covered in cat hair. Jesus.
and this is his limited edition that he did, which he printed.
Oh, speaking of
Only
people's
50
work,
I
of
don't-
custom for what a special art piece he had done for the cover.
you see this shirt
And,
here?
yeah.
This is one of my original pieces. This is one of my T-shirts, which you can buy from the fine folks at mixedtees.com.
Hmm.
Promo code
I'm
the
on
podcast.
Redbubble
Yeah.
because Redbubble lets
Do you
me
get what
use
this
nudity.
is, though? It's Final
Mhm.
Fantasy mashed up with Kill Bill Volume 2.
I get it. I never liked Kill Bill, so I mean,
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
sorry, I can't stand Uma Thurman.
Those toes, right? Those are freakishly long toes.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's something about her personality rubs me really raw, and it comes out in every character she plays. And honestly, I know a lot of people love Tarantino, but most of his movies, they're so over the top, they lose the ability for me to get sucked into it because my brain just starts laughing at everything.
Who was I? I was talking to my buddy Shane from the Popcast. He needs his stories to be linear. And I was like, oh, you must hate Quentin Tarantino movies. He's like, oh my God, don't even get me started. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Because they're always out of order, you know.
There's a little of that, but I mean, I jump around sometimes in era and time and stuff and projects I'm writing too. But the thing that gets me hardest with him is that he doesn't pan most of them as fantasy. He pans them as these realistic adventures and stuff, and then makes them so unrealistic that I end up laughing half the time.
God damn it.
I mean, there's scenes even in fantasy, even in superhero stuff. There's some scenes that are just comical to me, like Wonder Woman with no armor storming into all the freaking cannon fire and stuff. It just made me giggle. You know, it didn't make me feel like, go, girl, go. It made me go.
That was my
You know?
shameless plug for the Salty Nerd podcast on my ball.
I
Hey,
know.
Dork Knight, did you see that
Hey, Vet.
little clip that Jason Momoa released today? Or
Do what?
yesterday?
No.
What?
He released a little clip. He came from DC Studios, and he kind of like, he was on his phone, and he was like screaming for joy. Basically,
I'll
they-
always
they
be
mu-
Aquaman, but I may do other things. Fuck that guy. Whatever. Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
but
That one?
They must have said something to him like that got him super excited. That's why he was like screaming for joy, man.
He's gonna be Lobo. We already know that. You know.
Yeah. But he said he's gonna continue being Aquaman. He hinted at it.
No, he didn't say that. He said, "I will always be Aquaman." That's like me telling my first wife, "I will always love you." Hey, you're the mother of my kid. A part of me will always love you. That doesn't mean I'm always going to be with you or I'm always going to love you or I'll always be Aquaman. You know what I mean? It just means like that's how I'm looking at it anyway.
See, I couldn't. Between her personality and some of those scenes just being so over the top cheesy to me, I could never get into it. And again, I don't say these things, and I'm not attacking.
What are we talking
Mo.
about? Who's she? We were talking about Jason Momoa. Who are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I'm responding to Yvette in chat. The comment he put up on the screen.
Oh, put it back on the screen. I don't know what she's talking about. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So that's what it says. When I make these statements about I could get into, I don't like this or stuff. I don't look at that as that means it's automatically bad, or I can laugh at or mock people who like it or something. That just means we all have different taste, and I think
Well, yeah.
people kind of get stuck on trying to make everybody agree with them, and it gets kind of weird.
It's a loser's game, man. Look, if we all agreed, the world would be
Life would be
very
boring as fuck.
Yeah, boring. Yeah, there you go. I didn't even have to finish it.
I just want to be the crazy nature chase on my own little devices.
I just was wanting
are
to
the
sing
crazy
karaoke, and it's not going to happen. So
Sure.
it's after midnight. I might just say fuck it. And
So what do you think is gonna happen to the DC?
so
like,
fuck it.
like, are they rebooting it or are they soft rebooting it? Like, what are they doing? I don't know. It's just it's in
I
the
don't
air.
know, and I don't care. The way they did Cavill was dirty, and
Yeah.
DC can go fuck
Question,
There's
question,
no-
dork. Question, dork. Do I even get what the music I used to say "fuck it" was?
Yeah, but they're keeping Ezra Miller.
I mean,
Fucking don't start me on that. Don't start me on that. I'm trying to have a positive moment here. The music that I did the "fuck it" to just now was actually the music where they were singing "suck it" to each other in Psych in the late seasons.
oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice, dude. Psych. That's a show that I love.
Have
that
you
show
have you
so
seen
much.
any of the movies they made of it?
Um, I think I've only seen one. Movies plural. Have they made it? What's the most recent thing? I haven't like.
Oh, I
yeah.
haven't even seen the last one. The last one I watched was about actually Lassie coming back into it. The reason he was only briefly in a scene in the first movie was actually because Timothy had a massive stroke in between the end of the show and the movie.
Holy shit!
And you can actually see in that scene, if you're paying attention, he couldn't move all of his face correctly. So the second movie was after all of Timothy's physical therapy and stuff and getting back his functions.
Uh-huh.
So they made the whole movie about Lassie come home, and they did this whole story about Lassie coming back after getting shot and being welcomed back into the crew as he's fighting for his life and stuff. So they did the whole movie as a tribute to Timothy for surviving that and coming back.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen. So since they left USA, they went to a streaming, and
They're streaming with Peacock.
Is it on Peacock? Okay, I have
Yes.
Peacock because of wrestling, so I'll
Yeah.
check it out. then.
So
Okay.
in the second movie, there's literally this moment. You know how he's always telling him, "Don't be the."
Yeah.
And he looks at him and goes, "Don't be the night your dad fell asleep inside your mom." And it's like, and
Wow.
when he said it,
Wow.
as soon as he said it, me and my
Wow.
husband just stopped and paused the movie and just looked at each other and went, "Did he just say what I think he said?"
Oh my.
All right. Well, hey, Bill,
I love Sykes.
Yep.
I do too. That's why I always have a pineapple
See, we
around.
can always find something to agree on. Can't we?
Yeah, if we're not
Pineapple
gonna do
pizza
any,
is
if
good.
we're not gonna do like it around, I'm going to finish watching wrestling and taking my notes for my show on Sunday.
I guess it's up to Bill if he
Okay.
wants to do a little music with everybody before we all leave on him.
Nah.
Nah. All right.
Nah,
right,
just
well-
a big funny karaoke tomorrow night.
All right. Well then,
Well,
you guys.
for you guys, I'm going to be in another state at a wedding, so
What's tomorrow?
Oh, well.
Saturday. Oh, Saturday is the normal day. I'll be home. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything tomorrow. So, anyways, live long and prosper. Love you guys. This
Yeah.
was fun. I am. I feel confident in saying I embarrassed myself a lot less than I did on her stream the other.
so
night.
come back on my stream and see if you can embarrass yourself less, okay?
Okay, fair enough. All right, man. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, Dark Knight. And then there were three.
I didn't do anything. I'm innocent. I'm sweet and pure. I mean,
Oh, you're not pure. you're certainly not innocent.
by
There's.
biblical definition, I am because I waited for marriage.
Okay.
So it's all based on a certain point of view.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Do you know why I'm holding these jars right now, Bill?
No. Why?
These are homemade creams. They're massage creams with CBD oil for muscles
Oh.
that I made the other day.
Hey, Brett. How's it going?
Nope, you're wrong.
What are you doing? I've got a cat on my
I'm
desk.
very open where my failings and my shortcomings are, and I'm very open about where I'm goody two shoes. And never the tween shall meet. Yes, I never got into I never understood the drugs. I never understood drinking. I never smoked any of that shit.
There's
Does
my
not
cat
mean I was not a
tiger.
troublemaker. Also, I'm trying to figure out what to do because my cat has pulled my entire big ring pillow I sleep in together into a ball, and she's using it to sleep in the center of. Just going to be an interesting day.
It's Saturday.
But I probably should get going. I got to try to get some
All
rest.
right.
We got a long drive tomorrow.
You enjoy that wedding.
It makes me feel old as my cousin's child.
Oh.
What
What
hit me?
happens?
What hit me is my cousin that is 4 months older than me has 2 grandchildren.
Hmm.
And then I start going, oh crap, I'm getting old. Yes, I know. But remember, Bill, I will be hitting 40 here this year.
You'll be hitting 40.
40 this year.
40. You were young.
That's not young, especially with my medical issues. It's a wonder I'm alive. Anyway,
You're young.
stay out of trouble.
Okay.
Bye.
Later, Eagle Rider. How you doing, Daniel?
Yeah, I'm good.
I guess we've come to the end of the soup. I've got nothing left in the tank. So, you want to say anything? Or did you-
No, nothing comes to mind.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for dropping in on the soup. It's been a great one. It's fun. We talked about pets, talked about good fathers, and had a great time. Thank y'all for coming. We'll see you in the next one, which will be Sunday night. Tomorrow night, I will be doing karaoke. So look for that. And Western Cinema Sunday in the afternoon on the Sunday. So we'll see you later. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Bye.